Hey, what's up? The 1 to 99 mining guide for 2018, because a lot has changed over the couple years and I've been playing for about 10 years. I guarantee by the end of the guide you will be a mining expert. I've jam-packed it with so much knowledge, so much tips, so much methods, so much ways to make awesome gold. And also guys, I do have a little bit of a sickness and I apologize for my absence. I actually haven't uploaded in a week or so. One of my family members had some medical stuff and I've been sick. So yeah guys, I am trying to move past it and I'm going to be uploading so frequent and finish off these 99s. So hopefully you do enjoy. Let's get into it. Now if you guys have been watching my other 99 guide videos, you know I always started out with the quest XP list. And this one honestly is one of the most insane. Doing the dig site quest is going to get you to level 31 mining. You could also do another slice of ham, the heroes quest, giant dwarf, plague city, and Doric's quest actually have no requirements. I would also recommend doing Dragon Slayer 2, although many of you guys probably aren't ready for that honestly. But yeah, you get 18k XP and you unlock 2 new ruin ores and some addy ore and stuff. I'll talk about it later on in the video. Alright, so I put some extra time in for you guys and actually made a little chart, XP and the spawn times. And this even includes copper and tin. That's kind of why I jammed in at the beginning of the video. But yeah, this is very, very interesting. We can see that runite ore is about 12 minutes. And adamant ore 4 minutes. And we can see iron ore is only 5 seconds. That's why people actually power mine. But yeah, feel free to skim the chart. Very informative. Alright, so starting off the guide at 1 to 15, like I said, highly suggest doing those quests. But yeah, you're just going to be wanting to mine copper and tin ore. I mean, it's going to take you 5 minutes. You could go to Lumby, South Varrock. There's many places with copper and ore tin. And yeah, it's going to be very nostalgic, heading back to Lumbridge. You could actually even be logging in for the first time. And trust me, you'll be on to the higher levels in no time. So, seize the moments and remember when you were a noob. Alright, so at 15 you actually unlock iron ore. You could keep doing copper and tin until about 20, so then when you do the iron, you actually mine it quicker. But yeah, it's roughly 40 to 60k XP an hour. Some people actually do this all the way to 99, which used to be a very good way, but nowadays it's not the best method at all. I would definitely recommend the Varrock Armor 1, which you'll need to do the Varrock Diaries. It's not too hard. I'll make sure to cover the Varrock Armor later on in the guide, along with the Wildy Resource Area, which is amazing. You can basically note your iron ore just 1 square away to a banker. I'll show you guys later, it's awesome. Alright, so this is pretty funny. I was actually going to go to the Volcanic mine spot to get some free to play clips and whatnot, and I see this guy. I've never seen this in my life. I'm pretty curious. So after watching him for a couple minutes and then following him, trying to talk to him, and seeing that he's walking to the Volcanic bank, what's he doing? What's he doing? And no one walks. So yeah, he's a bot. And also, before I show you guys the next method, I want to let you know I'm doing a 200 mil giveaway, roughly 7 to 10 mil with every single one of these 99 guides. The final video will be posted very soon after the final 99 video. But yeah, that video should be pretty damn lit. I've also jam-packed it with some other cool stuff. So yeah guys, if you do want to enter the giveaway, just be subscribed. If you're not, give the video a like, and yeah, leave your RSN so I can get back to you if you won. Good luck. Alright, next up, one of the best training methods in the game. It's extreme gold. You don't have to click intensively. You can kind of, AFK, watch a movie, do all that type of stuff. And it's Motherload Mine at Falador. You guys will want to just go all the way past the bank, past the park. And then if you walk about 10 feet past the party room, you should see it. And then just, go down the stairs. This is actually how you get into the dwarf mine as well, if you did not know. I know if this is your first time, it could look a little confusing, but I'm telling you, it's so simple. The whole point of this minigame, if you even want to call it a minigame, is you're basically helping the dwarves and the mining prospectors take the pay dirt from, the Fally mines and put it in the machine to then prospect it for ore. And when you actually go to collect the ore, you're going to get, coal, gold ore, anything up to the level that you actually have. You also have a small chance of getting a gold nugget. I would say you get 1 every 2 inventories roughly. There's also a bank here, which is, amazing. You can bank all the ores you get from the actual machine. And then there's Prospector Percy, which you can buy full Prospector outfit. It's going to increase your, mining XP. And I do believe that you will need full Prospector to complete the hard Fally diaries. And with these diaries, you get the mole locator, which is amazing gold for, like, you know, PVMing, great melee training. You can even range it. I mean, if you guys remember killing mole back in the day, it was great gold. You get the nest, but it was a bit tedious trying to, you know, chase him around the cave. But with the mole locator, it's awesome. They also have a coal bag you can buy, which is amazing for blast furnace. I would definitely check out my 99 smithing video. I cover it pretty well, and it's definitely a great item, a great investment. There's also the gem bag, which is amazing for Slayer, or if you're even trying to go to like Shiloh Village and mine the gems there, you can just put all the diamonds, all the emeralds, all that stuff, and I think it holds like, what, 70 gems maybe? I even brought it when I was doing crystal keys, and I would put the dragon stones in it. Very OP. He also sells clay packets for like 10 nuggets, but you might as well buy the gem bags, which you can get diamonds. I think you can even get an onyx, but it's very rare. But yeah, guys, it's a great mini game, definitely some good gold. You can actually pay Percy in gold nuggets to unlock a closer mining spot, but it's going to take you quite a bit of hours. What I normally do is just go south and I mine the ones around here, and you know, you may run into some other people, could even be some bots, but just hop away and you'll definitely find a free world. But on the flip side, you do want a populated world, because other people will actually use their hammers on the machine and fix it. And what I like to do as well is just put all my ore in, or my pay dirt, and then just leave, and then someone else will fix it and it'll go in the, you know, the hopper, and it'll be there waiting for me. And regarding to the experience rates and the gold rates per hour, it's going to vary like all across the board, whether you can unlock adamant ore, ruin ore, that's going to step up your gold, and just, you know, how efficient you're doing it, all that stuff. So you're going to be looking to get maybe like 40k XP an hour. It's really going to be different for your individual character, like I said. Now, before I show a couple other methods, I do want to cover the unique items. You should have hit probably 61 mining at Motherload Mine, and then you actually get the dragon pickaxe, which is about 3.7 mil at the making of this video, but it's so good, gives you a 3-level boost. And of course the Prospector's outfit, which is 2.5 XP with the set as a boost. You also might want to consider getting the Karamja Gloves 3, which is unlocked from the hard Karamja diaries. It's not too hard to get, it's probably one of the easiest diaries, and with these gloves you can actually teleport straight to the gem mines, and if you're wearing a glory amulet, you'll actually mine the rocks a lot quicker, and I'll cover it later on in the video. So after that, I highly recommend doing the Varrock diaries to unlock the Varrock armor. It'll give you a 10% chance to mine or smelt 2 ores at once, and you know, if you're doing Addy or Rune ore, you're gonna make so much money. And yeah, I would definitely recommend using this armor. Now, the last item I actually do want to cover is the Infernal Pickaxe, 85 smithing and 61 mining. You have a 3rd chance to smelt an ore, consuming the ore, and it'll give you, of course, the XP of, you know, what ore you actually mine. So it will differ, but it's extremely good. All you have to do is attach a smoldering stone, which is about 1.8 mil, and it'll give you 5,000 charges. And if you did not know, they added like 10 new skilling pets along with a whole bunch of boss pets, like 25, and they're extremely rare. So, you know, anyone that gets them, they've put a lot of hours into the skill. You're actually supposed to get them post 99 if you were to start at 1, but we can actually look at the rocks, and it's about 741,000 you know, chance to get it. It's so rare. If you guys were to go for the pet, I would definitely recommend runite rocks, amethyst crystals, or possibly even gem rocks. Those seem so good because you mine them very quick, but either way, it's going to take you, you know, just a crazy amount of hours. Now, Jagex actually updated the mining guild a couple months ago to hold so much more mithril, so much more addy and coal, plus they even added a new ore slash gem. It's found in the walls. It's called amethyst. And man, it's so good. You can actually, you know, turn these into amethyst arrow tips, amethyst javelin tips, all these type of things for crafting and fletching, and you can make absolute bank. Like an amethyst javelin is 1k each, And yeah, it's good money. Plus they have a bank here that you can, you know, just put all the ore right in, and they have an NPC which you can actually buy mining gloves for 60 unidentified minerals. You get a chance of mining anything in this guild to get a mineral, and these mining gloves are actually pretty cool. They don't give you any more XP, but they actually make it so the rock doesn't deplete. Like a silver ore is 50%, coal is 40, and gold is 33.33. So I guess you could just keep mining it over and over. So I guess you just get a couple more ores until it does actually deplete. Alright, so moving on to the next location. You could come here sooner, but I would definitely recommend like 70. And we're going to be mining granite far out in the desert, just north of the desert treasure pyramid. I would say blast mining and a few other methods that I will cover just in a bit could actually be better, but I would say granite is definitely comparable at about 70k XP an hour, and it's totally going to scale, you know, based on how quick you actually click the rocks, if you're AFKing your mining level, and especially if you're actually 3-ticking the rocks while making tars. It's a bit confusing, and if you guys don't know how to do it or don't want to, you don't have to, because it's only going to, you know, speed it up like 20%, 15% XP, and it's very click intensive already. Plus, you don't have to drop all of the granite and stuff, and some people like do that in between ticks while they're doing the Harlander tars. I don't even know how you do it, but yeah, I would definitely recommend trying out the 3-tick, you know, manipulation. And I actually just posted a hunter video where I'm using the same method doing black chins and red chins, so it is going to be used around the game, and you know, 2018, people are getting much better at skilling and all that type of stuff. You're also going to need some water skins. I think you could bring a knife and then use it on like a cactus to refill them as well, or you could actually, you know, turn your spellbook onto lunars and do the humidify spell. And if you do happen to be on lunars, you can actually cast magic imbue for some good XP. I think it's every 12 seconds. It's a little bit worse than the alchemy, but you know, you're on lunars. Now I do have some awesome methods for training and some gold coming up, but I do want to cover blast mining real quick. One of the best ways to train in 2018. This came out not too long ago. You can do this method on the island of Zaya, which is why most people don't do it, including myself. I've actually never done it, but I understand how it works, and you actually need 100% Lova King favor, which is going to take you a couple hours to actually get this you know, training spot unlocked, but it definitely is one of the best training methods at roughly 55k XP an hour, and you know, you can get 600 to 800k gold an hour, and you can actually mine an ore 10 levels lower. So you know, if you're at 75, you're actually going to get runite ore, and that's pretty cool. Now to do blast mining, all you would need is a pickaxe, you know, equipped, and a chisel and a tinderbox, and then you would buy a whole bunch of dynamite from the GE, and it is actually rising in price. It used to be like 100 GP, now it's 400. Maybe people are slowly catching on to this method. So to make it simple, there's actually 2 patterns, and there is 7 possible spots per pattern, so there's, you know, 14 dynamite placements possible, and you would put the dynamite in the wall, light it with the tinderbox, and you basically just walk away 3 squares and repeat, and you just keep doing it. I would say it's quite similar to Motherload Mine in many aspects. Alright, so I might as well cover this method as well. It's the Volcanic Mine. I personally have never done it. It's so confusing. It just came out, and you know, many people that do it are like 90 mining to all 99s. It's just very confusing. It would take me about 5 to 10 minutes just to explain this part of the guide, and you know, like I said, I'm not too informed, so I don't want to give any wrong information. And if you are actually interested in doing this method, I highly suggest checking out Zulu's video. He has an awesome volcanic mining guide. I'll be covering the wilderness resource and the gem rocks, but I do want to touch upon the runite ore mainly found in the wilderness. I would highly suggest doing Motherload Mine or, you know, Volcanic Mine, all those type of things, because you can get ruin ore while you're getting amazing XP, plus all the other gems and, you know, ores and minerals, all that type of stuff, because just mining runite ore is a bit outdated, and there's so many PKers that are probably going to PK you for your loot. But yeah, I might as well show you where some cool rocks are. I would say you could still get about a mil to 1.2 mil an hour if you have a looting bag and you don't die, of course, plus if there's no one else hopping around to steal your ore, because that's going to mess you up quite a bit. Now, one of the first locations is actually in the lava maze. You have to run all the way around, and then you get in the center. There's actually, you know, greater demons, and there's black dragons in here, plus there's spiders, and it's almost impossible to mine. Whoever comes here and mines, you're crazy, man. You must have to wait like 10 minutes for aggro. Really, the only upside is that no one else comes out here. It used to be a very populated spot back in the day. I remember I used to actually train range with a pack yak and brawling gloves on these black dragons, and man, that was awesome. Such good days. I miss those times. Hey, honestly, if you guys are still watching this far, leave a comment should brawler gloves come into the game. And it could be, you know, only like 1.5 XP, they last for 2 hours. They could make it so it's not that bad. I could see so many more skillers and even people like that just going and killing black dragons for XP. It would bring so much people in the wildy. I think it would be a good idea. Alright, so moving on to the next location at 46 Wild, there's actually 2 rocks here. This is definitely the main place most people go to actually mine the ruin. Now if you run about 150 squares northeast, there is another ruin at ore just right where it turns snowy, but there is some like ice warriors and ice giants. They could attack you, but I believe there's like a tree in the rock. You can actually get around it so they don't attack you, but another great spot. Now with the release of Dragon Slayer 2, they actually added 2 Rune Ore and 4 Addy Ore under the Mist Guild. Now this is actually the first time in RuneScape history that any, you know, type of high level ore has been added not in the wilderness. So I don't know, they made it a little bit less dangerous, but I guess so much people are using Motherload and all these other areas to get the Rune Ore, so it doesn't even make that much of an impact. Alright, so moving on to the wilderness resource area, it's going to take you about 3k to get inside, or possibly 7k if you haven't done any of the wilderness diaries. I've done the hard, and it still takes me 3.5k, so it's quite expensive to get inside, which means if you get in there, you want to stay. And if you do happen to log out or switch worlds, you will be kicked outside. Now honestly, this place is awesome. It's so abundant. You got the dark crabs, you got magic trees, yew trees, adamant ore, there's rock ruin golems that you can kill and then you mine them. They said they were going to do an update so you actually get more ruin ore per rock golem. They've also added a volcanic furnace so you can, you know, smelt your ore along with anvils. So you bring a hammer, you can just smith right there. You got gold ore, coal, and iron. And to top it off, they even have a banker standing right in the middle. You can actually just use, you know, your iron ore, gold ore, anything you want on him. He'll actually note it for like a certain amount of gold pieces per item. Woo, it's awesome. Definitely one of the most overpowered training spots in the whole game, but you know, it's deep in the wilderness at 53 wildy, so watch out. Now the last method I do want to cover is gemrock mining at Shiloh. This is pretty damn cool. It's really good for Iron Man if you guys are trying to get gems and, you know, maybe specific kind to make bolt tips or any of that type of stuff, jewelry. And yeah, it's pretty good. I do actually have the Karamja Gloves 3, which I did talk about earlier, so I can actually go down the ladder and there's much more gems to mine. You could also bring that gem bag for Motherload Mine because you're going to be getting a lot of sapphires, a lot of emeralds and rubies of course. But when you'll be mining these, you'll be doing a run of a huge circle and you actually end at 28, you know, inventory spaces right next to the deposit box, so you can just put it in. You don't actually really need a gem bag, although it could be cool to, you know, stack them up, see how much you did get after, you know, 5 hours, etc. Now I did about an hour test of gem mining and I got 58k XP an hour and 790k. And you know, the price of the uncut topaz is where a lot of the money is, so that's going to differ quite a bit. It could be less, it could be more, but definitely an awesome trading method and pretty cool to get the gems, man. Like, who doesn't like getting gems over the ore? Or, you know, come on now. And there it is, guys, the 1 to 99 mining guide. And again, I apologize for my absence. I was gone for like a week or so. And, you know, I'm just recovering over the sickness. I'm going to be, you know, posting so much content, at least 5 videos a week for the next month. So get ready for that and check out any other 99 guide if you have not. If you did enjoy this video, throw a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a good one, guys.